Doesn't Mortal Kombat just scream, hey, I'm awesome? The fighting franchise has been around for like 30 years, probably has 30 games to its name, and now 4 live action movies. Have they turned out as good as we dreamed?
Hit and miss.
Yeah, sadly I wish that wasn't true, but it is. The 90s classic is still gold, the fight scenes have aged well. Go back and watch Liu Kang versus the Lion Guy, Sub-Zero, Reptile, or Shang Tsung, and they are shot well, and the actors put in the work. And yeah, Liu is our main guy, but Johnny's fights are also good. The odd one out is definitely Sonya. I mean, on what fucking planet could a girl like this win a fist fight against a guy like this?
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
He also had a knife on him, in case you forgot. No shade to Veronica Vaughn, she just doesn't look like she packs a punch.
Ow!
I stand corrected. The only downsides I could say about it is the powers of the characters were mostly finishers or very cinematic. They weren't woven into the fights themselves. Mortal Kombat Annihilation has been memed to death, and off the top of my head, I can't really think of an enjoyable fight. Not very good fight choreography, they fought plenty of bad CGI looking characters even for its time, just ugh, all around. I reviewed Mortal Kombat 2019, feel free to check it out and subscribe, my spookies. But in short, I gave the movie I think a 7 out of 10. Cole being the main character was retarded. I counted at least 70 characters they could have picked from to be the main focus. Literally no reason for them to add this jabroni with Black Panther armor. People having to be marked in order to unlock their powers for the tournament was kinda dumb. Raiden was a bitch, the CGI was pretty bad. They made Goro into a bitch. Cabal was a terrible choice to get killed off so soon, and I think out of the 10 fights, 2 of them are great. 1 was pretty good, and the rest were eh. Kano was the funny highlight that I used for several vids after I saw the movie.
Fucking whoops.
And now, here we are, Mortal Kombat 2. How was it? Is it an improvement? Did they listen to the fans? Could this be the best fighting movie of the year? I'll let you all know with spoilers, because I got a lot to say. Like, let's get spooky!
Mortal Kombat!
The movie starts off with Outworld's invasion of Edenia, and for the losers who don't know Mortal Kombat lore, you know what? I'm not gonna do what this movie does and pretend you need obvious shit explained to you. This franchise has been around for several decades. Play some fucking games, then watch the movie. We see Outworld compete against Edenia's king, Katana's father, as their last champion in the tournament. It's a pretty good fight, though I wish Shao Kahn had more distinguished arm muscles and moved a bit faster. He is a bit slow, but since he is so tough and strong, all he needs to do is to get a solid hit in, and the fight is almost automatically going in his favor. He kills Katana's dad, and Edenia is now his. Not really sure how that works. He just kind of says Neil and Sindel kill some guys just to tell us that she's cool, but then immediately bows, so I don't really know what that was for. But maybe I'm just thinking too much about a Mortal Kombat movie, but doesn't the tournament just decide that Outworld can invade another realm? Like, the whole realm could still fight back even if they lost. I'm definitely overthinking it. And the finishing blow of the fight was we then jumped to the tournament of Earthrealm, which reminded me that in the 2021 movie, the tournament never happened. Everyone was just trying to kill each other before the tournament even began. Which, yeah, I get why Outworld is cheating. They have to win 10 in a row and don't want to take any chances on the last one only to have to start over. But since the Elder Gods made the rules, you would think there would be rules against cheating right before the tournament begins.
Little idiots! Idiots!
We see grown-up Katana, and I gotta be honest,
I'm disappointed.
this chick didn't get the assignment. Would it have been too much to ask to put on some muscle for your recurring action role? And before I get any hate in the comments, shut the fuck up and look at our guy, Liu Kang. Does it look like he didn't put in the work for his recurring action role? Yeah, that's what I thought. We also see Jade, who actually does look like she lifted some weights for the role, so good on her. Outworld is looking for Shinnok's medallion because it'll make Shao Kahn immortal and will guarantee victory for the fight. We also hear from Raiden himself, who is wearing his more combat-looking attire, that they need one more fighter before the tournament begins. And in comes Johnny Cage, a bit of a washed-up action star past his prime, but apparently not so much for a tournament that's a fight to the death. He gets told the whole thing with some very cheesy dialogue given by Sonya, and Cage's response is pretty understandable.
Fuck this, I'm not gonna do it.
But since he is chosen, his willingness doesn't matter, which doesn't make a ton of sense. Anyways, we get a lot of info told here, so here are the highlights. The tournament is 5 versus 5. The realm with the last standing fighter wins. The winner of each fight decides if it's to the death or not. They got rid of the birthmark thing to give you powers, which was good, but the idea of fighters being teleported to their fight matches against their will is kinda odd. Oh, and Quan Chi is here, and he brought back Kano, not as a revenant. What is a revenant? Mortal Kombat X says that they are basically evil versions of themselves that Quan Chi uses his Netherrealm powers to bring back to life after someone dies. That'll be relevant later. Outworld is looking for Shinnok's amulet because it'll make Shao Kahn immortal. And they brought Kano back from the dead because he had the amulet on him before he got killed, so he just hands it to them and just kind of fucks off. The first fight is between a Johnny Cage with no powers, not knowing what the fuck he is doing, and Katana. The fight movements are kinda slow and don't have the best choreography. Katana wins and spares Johnny. You know, they could have just thrown in a throwaway character instead of doing this the winner decides death or not. There are plenty of throwaway Outworld and Earthrealm people. The second fight starts and it's Sonya versus Sindel, which has a cool arena with spikes coming out of the ground, but they seriously nerfed Sindel, and Sonya takes her out pretty easily.
Like a bitch.
The fight is but the fatality was good. We found out Katana is a spy, and in order for the amulet to work, they gotta drain a god's powers into it, so Raiden is a target. She also asks them to be quick with Jade. She's her friend, but she's loyal to Outworld. Right before the next fight, zombie Kung Lao makes an appearance and cuts the Raiden's throat.
Stupid bitch!
Why did they do this? Seriously, Raiden is a total badass in the games. This was a shit decision by the makers of these films. Mid-attack, the next round of the tournament starts, so people get teleported away, and the bad guys properly drain Raiden of his powers. Shao Kahn has the power of the amulet, and it's him versus Cole in the acid pit. Nice game callback. Him and Cole fight, and it's pretty I'm also pissed that Cole got essentially a kill shot on Shao Kahn and then only survived because the amulet instantly healed him.
Fucking whoops.
Shao Kahn crushes Cole's head with his hammer and throws his body into the acid pit.
Finally.
Fuck that character in this movie and in the last one. He will not be missed. Next fight is Jax versus Jade, and it's and Jax wins and spares Jade because she's a hot piece of ass. Just kidding. It's because Katana spared Johnny, so he was returning the favor. Next fight is Kung Lao versus Liu Kang, and it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, this is everything a Mortal Kombat fight should be. Great back and forth, special abilities, special locations, solid fatality. This fight is a chef's kiss. Could possibly be better than the ninja fights in the previous movie. The team scrambles to find the amulet in Outworld and destroy it to save Raiden. They go through Tarkata territory and Johnny fights Baraka. It's a pretty good and sometimes funny fight. Johnny wins Baraka's respect, giving him the best fight of his life, and in return, he helps them get into the palace. Speaking of, Shao Kahn is punishing Katana because Jade turned her in for being a spy. What a cunt. Kahn keeps killing Sindel and Quan Chi keeps bringing her back, making it not super meaningful, but we can pretend that we care about Katana's feelings.
Not.
At the palace, the team finds the amulet. Big fight breaks out. Noob Saibot makes an appearance, and yeah, he's awesome, but not sure if his outfit in this movie is the best. He runs to the Netherrealm with the amulet. Shao Kahn kills Jax. He, Liu Kang, Sonya, and Katana are teleported to the final arena for the tournament, which is a 2v2 fight. Kano turns on the Outworlders and helps Cage get the amulet in the Netherrealm, and they visit Scorpion for help, who ends up helping them. Really not sure how that works, since he should be an agent for Quan Chi and under his powers, but they kind of made Quan Chi into a bitch in this movie. So in the Netherrealm, it's Scorpion versus Noob Saibot, and don't get me wrong, I love the actor playing Scorpion, but they should have gotten a younger guy. He is too old for this role, and since it took 5 years for the sequel movie to come out, who the fuck knows when the next one will get released, and the world's favorite Japanese action star is even older. Anyways, it's also Kano and Johnny Cage versus Noob's Shadow. Up above, it's Shao Kahn versus Liu Kang and Sonya, since Katana is chained up. Not very fair, but okay. Kahn knocks Sonya out pretty quick, which I guess is a win, and his fight with Liu is pretty good, but he still drives a spike into Liu Kang's chest, and Liu says beating him was not his destiny. Raiden told him he's not the chosen one and he needs to save Kung Lao. And then he magic teleports, dies away.
What, are you retarded?
There is no good reason for Liu Kang to not be the main character. I don't get why the makers are so adamant to not do a similar story to the original movie or the games. Yeah, the more recent ones changed things up a bit, but most of it was actually pretty solid and interesting, but this is different, and it's not for the better. So Katana switches sides for the final fight, which I guess is a thing that you can do. Back at the Netherrealm, Scorpion beats Noob Saibot because of course he does. Not sure how that works because they are both dead and in the Netherrealm. It was a pretty good fight between them. Jade comes and helps Kano and Johnny, and they win their fight and the amulet gets destroyed. Raiden gets his powers back right before Shang Tsung assassinates him, and Raiden knocks his ass to the ground and finally does one not pussy thing in the movie. Katana cuts the shit out of Khan, and you would think that he would bleed out, but he gets his hands on Katana and starts just choking the shit out of her, and she passes out, but during the loss of oxygen and blood flow to her brain, okay, just stick with me. While that is happening, she thinks back to her dad's death, gets a boost, and does a pretty sweet fatality on Khan and wins. She is now queen. The movie ends with Johnny recapping the story to the Tarkatans because they love him, and Raiden and Sonya go and pick him up with Quan Chi because apparently they, quote, lost too many fighters, so is everyone going to be brought back to life? Wonderful. And then we get to the credits. So overall, how was it? It's fun. Is it better than the previous movie? Yes and no. I think the previous movie had two amazing fights that I still watch every once in a while I'm working out these bones. This movie only had one super solid fight I think I would rewatch. There is less bad CGI in this one, but the stupid shit of poning badass characters is still a thing. Like in the last movie with Goro, seriously, fucking Goro gets pwned. In this movie, Raiden is still a bitch, Sindel only blows ass, pun intended, all she does is scream in her fight. Not one punch is thrown, I think, and no hair whipping. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi are not portrayed as fighters, which is kinda lame. Katana being the main character is a better idea than Cole being the main character, but it's still not a great idea. Should have been Liu, the man earned it. Shao Kahn should have been more of a powerhouse than what we got. Also, with him dead, it kinda makes you question where the next movie is going to go, since we have never seen Shinnok, and Shang Tsung and Quan Chi really aren't much of a serious threat in this movie with their latest impressions. Killing off Cole was a good idea. Getting rid of the birthmark power transfer was also a good idea. The tournament being 5 versus 5 was an aight idea, but kinda dumb that Katana could switch sides during the final fight and be counted as an Earthrealm champion. Also kinda odd that assassinations before the tournament starts or even in between matches are so common. These Elder Gods care enough to set up the tournament, but for the rest of it are like, figure it out for yourselves, you bunch of bitch mortals. Overall, yeah, it's a fun movie. The previous movie's big comedian was Kano. He doesn't have nearly as many funny bits in this movie. Almost all of them belong to Johnny Cage. He is funny with his lines, sometimes with his fights, and his real-world references are fun. Big Trouble in Little China, John Wick. He is an actor that actually likes watching movies. Imagine that.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie. Yeah.
Keep it spooky, my friends. There's lots more to come.